The Rangers legions were confident this would be the day.
Graves does very well on that. Easily taken by Woods again. It's a dangerous ball by Woods. Oh, great save and a great effort by McAnally. Preston. Nicely back. Oh, the great save! Marvellous effort by McKinlay. Go with it. Trevor Stevens, a great goal! Oh, that was a superb goal by the man who I think has been the outstanding player afield, and watch the way he clinically finished that off. And there it goes. Rangers are the champions.
Satisfying to win there, because it's never an easy place to go and get a result. And of course the fact that we won the league there, and people say it's far better to win the league at home. I'll settle for winning the league anywhere, anytime.
Was it work rate that turned that championship round, or was it inspiration?
I think it's both, David. I don't think you can win the championship just with sheer hard work, the same as you certainly will not win a championship with just inspirational players. It has to be a blend, it has to be a mix. And I felt last year we got a nice blend of that. You know, we had like Spackman come in and work his tail off. You know, Mark Walters doing the magic on the wing, Morris and Alistair putting the goals away on a regular basis. And of course the easy part to forget is your goalkeeper. Last year we break the Premier League goals against record, and the goalkeeper and the defence must take great credit for that. You know, Gary Stevens, Richard Gough, Stuart Monroe was outstanding last year. People look at Gary Stevens and say, you know, maybe his use of the ball should be better, but for me, I don't think there's a better defender playing anywhere in Britain today.
Walters taking on Milne. Chance for Stephen!
The most influential Englishman at Ibrox is Trevor Stephen. It took some time for his immense talent to be fully recognised by the Rangers' support, but the manager had no doubts.
I'd never tell another manager how to do his job. I can't for the life of him understand how he's not in the England team. He's a player who possesses a great deal of ability. You know, he's got great flair, but that's not his strongest asset. His biggest asset is that he's willing to work and work all day for the team. And he's a modern footballer, great attitude to the game, not a problem at all, pleasure to work with. And you're right in saying that our supporters were slow to warm to him, and I can't understand that, because I think he's a player that, if you know anything about football, there's something in Trevor Stevens' game that catches the eye. Like I said, whether it's a work rate or whether it's the fact that he can take people on, play good balls in, long or short. There's something about his game that I think would appeal to most people.
I have no doubt that Trevor Stevens was a bit anxious about coming to Scotland. I know Trevor very well, obviously, for our Everton days together. I also know his qualities, which were quite breathtaking there. But I do think he has improved as a player. I think he's grown up. I think playing in Scotland has helped him. It's helped him in respect that Scottish football is very much a quicker game, but his skills have still been able to be displayed in this quick-paced game. But yes, Graham Souness will be in there batting with the best for the best players, and his signing of Trevor Stephen was wonderful.
On the last day of the season then, it's against Dunfermline, it's a happy day of celebration, and you decided to play. Why did you do that?
Well, I'd announced that my last game the year before was going to be in the cup final. I said, you know, that was definitely going to be it. And that turned out to be a day I wouldn't want to remember, and I didn't want to go out with a bad taste. And fortunately, as I said, we'd won the league by then, and we'd won it well. And I took advantage of the situation, if you like, and played, and I had my son here, and he enjoyed the day, and I enjoyed the day, and I think my dad did as well.
Walters Did that very well. There's Butcher. Great goal line clearance. And there's Johnson, can't quite get in. Here's McCoy's. Really should have buried it. Look at the pace of Walters. Tremendous run, and there's McCoy's. Yes, he's done it. By the law of averages, the number of chances he's had, he gets to the end of that quite superb run by Mark Walters. 1-0. Trevor Stephen had come back as he normally does, and away he goes. He's had a great end to the season, that's well weighted. The goalkeeper is after it. Johnston! He was well covered. Nice move indeed by Rangers, good football. Crowd lapping it up. Now Walters. Oh, that's really fluent. And Graham Souness is about to come on to play his last competitive senior game of football after a career stretching back to 1970 when he signed as a teenager for Tottenham Hotspur. Walters. Souness, and I wonder what's going through his mind now. Seconds away from his last game. That's a very good ball indeed. Trevor Stephen. Well, Johnson is on the inside. There he is. On towards David Dodds. Oh, yes. A very good goal indeed. To wrap it up, seal the day, and put Rangers, the supporters, the manager on the field in right fettle for the champagne.
Celebrations afterwards, you with your son. On a personal level, did that sort of bring home to you some of the things you've sacrificed for success in football?
You know, I believe that no matter what business you're in, there's sacrifices to be made. I wouldn't say sacrifices, my problems in my personal life involving this club have been well documented. It's not something I want to go into, but I believe in life, David, if you're going to succeed at something, there has to be sacrifices all along the line. I sacrificed a great deal when I was a player, in social terms, if you like. But they've all been worth it. That's a very sad chapter in my life, but it's not one I wish to discuss publicly.
Are you a workaholic?
I would think people who are close to me would say that about me. I don't see it that way, though. I'm very fortunate. I've got the job I've got. I think 99% of managers in Britain today would want to swap with me. I manage what I regard and what other people regard as the biggest club in Great Britain. Hopefully one day we can make it the best footballing club in Great Britain one day.
What about this man, Graham Souness? What's he meant to you?
Well, he's actually meant a lot to me because it was him that brought me here. He brought the sectarianism here. I'd played with him in the Scotland games for about 7 or 8 years, and even in my book I wrote about him. I says he was the governor of the initial, the 80s. As far as I'm concerned, he still is. I think he'll go on here to become one of the greatest managers ever.
What's he like to work for?
Well, he's hard. He's very hard, as a few players will tell you. I've actually came across him maybe once or twice, and it's been very, very hard. But at the end of the day, we're here to do a job. He's there to manage us, and we've got to toe the line. Let's just say I've seen cartons of orange and teapots and cups fly across the Ibrox dressing room in my short time there. There wasn't many defeats, but I can assure you that when defeat comes, it hurts badly. And I think that's another strength. People who say you should be as good in defeat as you are in victory, well, I don't hold with that, I'm sorry. I was a dreadful loser myself, and having seen Graham Souness for 9 months coming into that dressing room after they've been beat, I know he's a bad loser as well, and that can only be good for Rangers.
Here's Connor, lofting it in.
The header from Mason. Aberdeen are ahead.
This was one occasion when Rangers had to cope with losing.
McCoy's backing into Willie Miller. The referee has given a penalty kick. Well, that is quite remarkable. The referee insisting that all players stay out of the box. Here goes Walters against Snuggers. Rangers are back on level terms.
Despite that goal, the 1989 Skol Cup was to be one of two trophies Rangers couldn't get their hands on.
There's Nicholas. It's back to Mason.
That was our fourth consecutive final, and I mean, to get to a final, it's great. If you get to a final, you want to be the winner at the end of the day. On that day, I'd felt the year before that when we beat Aberdeen, we carried the luck on that day. In that game you're talking about, we didn't carry the luck, and they got the trophy that time. But there was no disgrace in losing that final. It was another good advert for Scottish football. On the day we missed out, but no real complaints. I mean, we'd got to the final. We'd done ourselves justice and just didn't carry that wee bit of luck on the day. That's how I seen it.
Of course, the Scottish Cup is the one that you haven't been able to get your name on yet in your time here. Is that something that worries you at all?
It doesn't worry me. I've always said the league is the priority. The Scottish Cup, same as the English Cup when I played in England. I don't use the word jinx. It was something I never had luck in. I believe to win a cup competition you have to carry a wee bit of luck, and in some cases a lot of luck. And in that particular competition, since I've been managing this club, we haven't had too much luck in it.
Well, in that particular competition earlier this year, it was Celtic who put you out. When you were drawn against Celtic, were you apprehensive about that game?
No, I'm confident about the Celtic games because I know my players will be up for that. And I believe if my players perform, then we're capable of beating anybody in Scotland.
So what went wrong that day at Parkhead?
Again, I think the element of luck involved. You know, it was a scrappy goal which might have been offside. But that's the way football goes in the cup competitions. You know, you get one bite of the cherry and there's no way back. And on that particular day, they carried a bit of luck, and we didn't. But as I say, that's football.
Here's McCoist. Eased off the ball by Paul Elliott. Maurice Johnston cut off the pass back. Here's McCoist for Johnston, but he's offside, it won't count. Here's Peter Grant. Coyne sets off on a run. Woods is committed. Well, Chris Woods did well. Here's McCoist trying to force his way beyond White. Chris Morris gets it just ahead of Johnston. The danger's not over. Elliott does well. Stevens reacts to the signal there from Johnston. Trevor Stephen. And that... So the first half drawing to a close with Celtic on the attack again. Here's Tommy Coyne. Sideways to Jakinovski. Here's Joe Miller. There's a great chance for Celtic. 1-0 to Celtic. Tommy Coyne and Joe Miller both claim the goal. Tommy Coyne set it up. Look at the pass here from Jakinovski. Brilliantly wide there to Joe Miller. He has the shot. It gets away from Chris Woods. And it's Tommy Coyne who claims the goal. Here's McStay. Jakinovski. He has Galloway free on the left. Ranging with a lot of players forward. There goes Galloway. Good save by Woods. Grant touching it on. There's Miller. Now McStay. Jakinovski calls for the ball on the left. Grant gets it on the right. That's for Walker and Jakinovski coming in. A magnificent save by Woods. Well, perhaps the best flowing attack of the match. But there goes the final whistle. Celtic have won. Rangers are out of the Scottish Cup.
So Celtic go on after beating you 1-0, go on to the final, and they played Aberdeen. When it went to penalties, is that something that you have any strong views about when you were watching that game?
No, I think, unlike a lot of people, it's not a status. A lot of people criticise the World Cup as well, games being decided on penalties. But, you know, it's sudden death, it's excitement. it's entertainment of a type. I don't think it's a perfect answer, but I certainly can't come up with a better way of deciding the game other than a replay.
And now the task of Celtic is entrusted to Anton Rogan. The young old man praying there, the Celtic supporter. The Aberdeen fans trying to make life difficult for Anton Rogan. And it's a magnificent save from Theospalders. It might win the cup for Aberdeen. Brian Irvine has the task of winning the cup for Aberdeen. Aberdeen have won. It's Brian Irvine who wins the cup in the end for Aberdeen.
So the Dons win their second trophy. But it was Rangers who had the satisfaction of raising the championship flag on the opening day of the new season. Inevitably, Rangers had introduced more new faces in the close season, and one of them made his mark early.
Gately through the middle. Brown pushing up on the left to take the pass from Spackman. That's towards Hately. The opener for Rangers. Just 10 minutes on the clock. And any lingering doubts among the Rangers fans about Mark Hately quickly dispelled. Split in by Cosma. Helped on there by Butcher as far as Paul Smith. Ricochet there, it's turned in by McCall. And Dunfermline are back on level terms. Walters wants to take on Wilson. Great cross from Johnston. The goal which has been threatened throughout the second half is delivered by Maurice Johnston. Walters again trying to test Tom Wilson, this time going inside, brought down from the rear, and that is a penalty kick. So it's Walters against Rhodes. 3-1 to Rangers. That should clinch it.
A good start to the season then, but the manager of Glasgow Rangers can never afford to relax. Souness continued to work hard on the training pitch, where he was aware of a major problem looming. Captain Terry Butcher had come back from the World Cup with an injury and was clearly short of peak fitness. He trained hard, but still found himself well off the Premier League pace when it came to matches. This was to be his last game for Rangers, and it was marked in the most embarrassing fashion. Rangers lost 2-1 to Dundee United, and Butcher was sensationally dropped for the Skol Cup semi-final.
Terry was not performing as well as he was capable of. He had fitness problems. And I think it was a relief to Terry to actually leave him out at that stage. And we went about our business again, and I can't think of any other words to use, but in a professional manner. And on the night we were the better team, we deserved to win. We played very well. In the first 10 minutes we started slowly, and after that we played very well in the first half. We got our goal, and in the second half we were just solid. There wasn't much between the teams in the second half. It wasn't a great game in the second half. Unlike the previous games we've had with Aberdeen at Hampden, where they've all been classics. And we deserved to win that night. It was a good game.
Stephen. Oh, it's a mistake by Irvine. Stephen. Johnston's still got the ball, but not quite in such a dangerous position as it might have been to Aberdeen. They'll challenge with the goalkeeper here, but Theo Snelders is a very good all-round technician. Going inside Munro. Mason making an intelligent break. Ian Jess in the middle. This is Grant. Oh, and coming in at the back post was Robert Connor. Aberdeen really didn't gamble and overcommit their resources to getting into the Rangers penalty area to try and round it off just in case Rangers broke as they're trying to do now. Munro, so from one left back to the other. That's a terrific ball from McCoy. Sure, we're in for a treat. Here's Johnston for Hurley. Stephen! It was a rascal. Johnston going to the far post. McCoy, Stephen will shoot, and not conclusively. I know there was a feeling in England that Trevor Stephen was a little lightweight to play in the centre of midfield, but Andy, I've always liked to see him play in there.
Yes, and he's always felt that eventually that would be his best position. I know a lot of people down south watching tonight, many Everton supporters will find it strange to see him in that position. But I know even from Everton days there that he did feel that that was his best position. He eventually wanted to find himself in there. And I think to be playing in Scotland, that the pace the game's played it in there shows that he can do it.
I suppose as far as playing for England, though, his best chance is still to play wide on the right. But look at him through the middle here. Trevor Stephen! It's a fabulous goal! And that gives him all the evidence he needs to say, play me there. That's what I can do for you.
Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? I don't think Aberdeen will say, but isn't it nice when you see that somebody has proved that he can play there? Within 30 seconds he shows us exactly what he's capable of. I mean, first of all, what he does show us is grit and determination in this position here, Martin. You wonder what's going to happen. He's crowded out, it looks like, but he shows all the strength and determination to fight his way through. And at a time when he needs cool head and cool finishing, that's what he produces.
Stephen picking another pass shrewdly. Backman. Hardly need to have to tell you who played that pass to Gary Stevens. McCoy! Well, he had to take that quickly, and Snelders actually thought that it was going further to the goalkeeper's left. In the end, it went straight at Snelders as he committed himself. Mason, that's a fine ball. Jess is in the middle as Bet looks for him. Ian Jess coming in, just forced him wide. Grant. Van der Ven is there as well. Here he is, and Woods finally saw a shot coming towards his goal, which he was able to deal with. Stephen. Free, waiting for the cross. Walters is one of them. Oh, and it nearly wriggled in. And Brown. Oh, and Woods has lost it. Goodness me. It's a goal kick, but it so nearly was a goal. Well, a night of real talking points, starting with the Rangers team selection. But when we got onto the pitch, a goal to savour has won the second Skull Cup semi-final for Rangers by Trevor Stephen. It came after half an hour. Sweet satisfaction for Rangers. Revenge over Aberdeen, who grabbed the Skull Cup from them 11 months ago.
So a place in the final for Rangers, but the end of an era at Ibrox. The following day, Butcher left the stadium, playing down any disagreement with the manager. But it was clear that being dropped had dented the pride of a man who'd been Rangers captain courageous for 4 years.